Are you planning your first visit to Punta Cana? These essential tips will ensure a smooth and memorable trip to the Dominican Republic. If you're a seasoned Punta Cana visitor, your insights are invaluable. Please share your recommendations for first-time visitors in the comments. Let's collaborate to make this the most comprehensive Punta Cana beginner guide online. We're relying on your expertise. Number 1. Don't forget to fill out the e-ticket. Every traveler must fill out an electronic immigration and customs form when entering and exiting the Dominican Republic. Complete the e-ticket before arriving at the airport to avoid delays and stress. We recommend doing so as soon as possible. We forgot to fill it out once before, and they didn't even let us get in line for the airline counter until we did, which was frustrating. We made a tutorial video on completing the e-ticket. The link to that video is in the description below. Plan for your budget. Whether you plan to stay at a resort or an Airbnb, expect to pay a premium if you come to Punta Cana between December and March. Punta Cana is a popular destination all year round, but demand rises during this time of year, causing accommodation prices to skyrocket. If price is the most important factor when planning your vacation, travel outside those months for a better chance of finding a good deal. Other factors influence pricing throughout the year, so it's not black and white, but generally speaking, you'll find lower prices between April and November. Some periods where prices are higher include school vacations, spring break, and especially Holy Week. Holy Week is the week leading up to Easter and is a major holiday in the Dominican Republic. Most Dominicans are on vacation from noon Wednesday to Sunday that week, and Punta Cana is a preferred destination, making prices soar. Holy Week falls on different dates each year, between March 22nd and April 25th. You can Google when it is on any given year to plan around it. By that same token, avoid Dominican holidays. Like Holy Week, there are other significant holidays in the Dominican Republic. In addition to pushing up the prices of Punta Cana resorts for a few days, they can also bring something you might want to avoid: crowds. Locals love to visit Punta Cana resorts whenever they can, and long weekends are the perfect time to do so. Try to avoid holidays that fall on a Monday and create long weekends. You can Google Dominican holidays for any given year to make your plans, but please note that the government may move some holidays to the closest Monday to create long weekends. This makes it harder for you to plan ahead, but the website officeholidays.com does an excellent job of helping to figure out when those might fall. As a good rule of thumb, if a national holiday falls on a Friday or a Saturday, it will likely be moved to the following Monday. Religious holidays are very rarely moved. One holiday that does not create a long weekend but you should avoid if you can is Mother's Day, which falls on the last Sunday of May, and to a lesser degree Father's Day, which falls on the last Sunday of July. Be aware there is a seaweed season. Punta Cana usually received a small amount of sargassum seaweed each year until 2011, when this type of seaweed first began reaching the Caribbean in never-before-seen amounts. Punta Cana receives the worst sargassum influx in July and August, and seaweed season ends at the end of September. Most Punta Cana hotels now have dedicated staff picking up the seaweed from its beaches daily. They can do so with hand tools and even employ tractors to keep the beach sargassum-free. Some hotels do a better job than others, so keep that in mind when choosing your accommodation. Furthermore, many resorts have installed seaweed barriers to prevent the seaweed from reaching the shore. Outside seaweed season, Punta Cana is virtually sargassum-free. You must understand that the sargassum problem is a naturally occurring phenomenon, and sargassum levels vary beach by beach, season by season, and even day by day. If you want to monitor sargassum to plan your vacation better, we recommend sargassummonitoring.com. This website shows the beaches currently affected by sargassum. Be aware there is a hurricane season. Each year, between June 1st and November 30th, the Atlantic hurricane season produces tropical storms and hurricanes that could impact the Dominican Republic. While the DR is on the natural pathway of these tropical systems, a direct hit is not as common as one might think. However, even indirect effects like heavy rain or rough seas can affect your vacation in Punta Cana. The peak of hurricane season is August and September. This is when most named storms form and their track is more likely to bring them closer to Punta Cana. We would not plan our vacation based on the hurricane season. Still, we would closely monitor the weather forecasts before and during our stay in the DR and get travel insurance that covers delays and cancellation caused by weather. Choose your accommodation wisely. There are many all-inclusive resorts in Punta Cana, some huge like the Hard Rock or the Barceló Bávaro Palace. These mega resorts require a lot of walking to get around, so it's something to keep in mind if you have any mobility issues or are traveling with older adults or young children. Big resorts offer transportation within their property through trains or carts, but these can be few and far between in some hotels or downright useless in others. On the other hand, as there are massive properties in Punta Cana, there are also small and boutique resorts. We have nothing against small resorts, we love many of them. However, smaller resorts could get boring during extended stays since they have fewer amenities than their larger counterparts. If you're looking for a lazy, relaxing stay, a small resort might be a good fit. But if you enjoy a more active vacation with many activities and amenities, a larger resort is the way to go. Beware of your accommodation's location. When you hear the words Punta Cana, you think of white sand and turquoise beaches and assume any property in Punta Cana is just steps away from one. Make sure the hotel or Airbnb listing clearly states how far away from the beach it is located, as some will say quote-unquote minutes away from the beach and leave out the fact that it's a 40-minute drive away. There are resorts in Punta Cana that are not on the first line of the beach, and you need to take a golf cart or train to get to the beach and back. Ensure you read the property's description in detail and the reviews if the beach within walking distance is important to you. Don't be fooled by fake reviews. Staff members in some resorts pressure guests to leave positive reviews. We've seen this practice in a few resorts. Employees will approach you and in a friendly manner ask you to write a positive online review. They can be very insistent and many people cave to their pressure. We did once a couple of years ago, but never again. They do this so you include their names in your review and they get incentives when management sees they've been mentioned, as this indicates they went above and beyond to make a guest happy. This practice completely skews the balance of good versus bad reviews and even disrupts the rankings on sites like TripAdvisor, which many of us use when planning vacations. When reading good reviews, scan for mentions of specific employees. If it has them, it is more likely than not a compelled review. Pack everything you need. We made a video on what to pack for your Punta Cana vacation. The link is in the description and we strongly recommend you watch it so you don't forget anything. If you forget something, please keep in mind that shops inside the resorts are super expensive. Some even boast a duty-free status, but we assure you, you'll pay more than a premium at any of these shops. They are super convenient since they're on resort property, but if you want the best bang for your buck, go into town to buy what you need. Not everything is included in your all-inclusive package. You might assume that everything is included in your hotel fare because of the term all-inclusive, which is not true for most resorts. While almost every amenity is included in the regular price, some are upsells for which you must pay extra. For example, while restaurants are included in your fare, one restaurant may require payment. Specific menu items in included restaurants may also need extra payment, like premium steak cuts or wine other than the house wine. While some resorts like the Rio Republica and the TIMERS Cap Cana allow guests to use spa facilities like saunas or hot tubs, all spa services such as massages, facials, aromatherapy, etc. require payment. Pool cabanas and Balinese beds by the pool and beach are usually paid amenities, and you must reserve them beforehand. While most sports facilities and day activities are included, some might not. These are usually premium attractions like this surf machine in the Royalton Bavaro. Don't leave your valuables out in the open in your room. Please remember that hotel staff may enter your room while you're not there. The maid needs to service the room, the minibar needs to be refilled, and even maintenance can go into your room without prior notice. While having items taken from your room is rare, we all know it happens, so we need to do everything we can to avoid it happening to us. Don't leave valuables like money, jewelry, expensive sunglasses, or essential documents, IDs, and passports out in the open. Use the in-room safe whenever it's available. We go a step further and don't even use the safe. The way we see it, someone in the hotel knows how to open the safe without the combination we've set. Think of the countless times guests forget the combination and someone from maintenance opens it with a master code, a key, or a special tool. Sometimes it can be as simple as your laptop not fitting in the safe. We travel with a portable safe bag we bought from Amazon. We'll put the link in the description, or you can scan the QR code on the screen. We make a small commission if you buy it using this link. We bought 2 sizes, the bigger one for traveling with our laptop. This safe bag has stainless steel wire mesh embedded in poly canvas fabric, making it highly cut resistant. Its best feature is it can be cable locked to fixtures in the room, heavy furniture, pipes, etc. The idea is to make theft as difficult and time-consuming as possible, which makes us less likely targets. Don't expect restaurant-quality food in your all-inclusive resort. John and I eat a lot in all-inclusive hotels, so we know what we're talking about regarding food. To have a better time during your stay, we advise lowering your expectations regarding the food, especially the buffets. Trust me, you'll enjoy your vacation more if you make peace with the fact that mass-produced food will not be as good as restaurant-quality food. All-inclusives need to feed thousands of guests every day, multiple times a day, so it's understandable if food flavor takes a hit. We don't mean the food cannot be good, it's just that you need to appreciate it for what it is. Having said this, some hotels like the Hard Rock do a great job producing amazing dishes, some comparable to or better than restaurant dishes. Let the food surprise you instead of letting you down. Don't overdo it. You might be tempted to quote-unquote get your money's worth regarding food and drinks. With 24/7 drink access, it's easy to go overboard and drink too much. Remember to pace yourself or risk ruining your vacation for at least a day or two. When it comes to food, remember you are visiting a foreign country and your gut bacteria is not used to this country's food. Give your body time to adjust to local food and take it easy the first day or two. Don't forget to make dinner reservations. All-inclusive resorts have buffet restaurants and specialty a la carte restaurants. In some resorts, you must make reservations to dine at specialty restaurants. The sooner you make them, the better. Some hotels let you make your dinner reservation through their app or website before you check in. This is the best case scenario, and you should take advantage of it if it's available. If this option is unavailable in the hotel you're visiting, ask where to make dinner reservations while checking in and head straight there after check-in. Even this will not guarantee you'll find spots available for your first night, but at least you can book for the following nights. If no reservations are required, plan to wait for a table if you dine during peak hours. To better your chances of finding a table immediately, go to the restaurant before 7:15 or after 9 p.m. Tipping is important. While tipping is voluntary, it is greatly appreciated. All-inclusive hotels are usually located in countries like the DR, where labor is cheap for them to be profitable, and the wages of the service personnel are the lowest in the payroll. We used not to tip in all-inclusives since we didn't bring money to the hotel to begin with. After all, we'd already paid for everything at check-in. However, after interacting with hundreds of workers, we've learned how vital tipping is to their livelihoods. Please remember to bring small bills from home to tip throughout your stay. We made a detailed video about who and how much to tip. The link is in the description below. Don't remove your bracelet. Most all-inclusive hotels will place a bracelet on your wrist at check-in. This bracelet identifies you as a resort guest and indicates whether any VIP perks apply to you during your stay. Make sure to have them place it on the hand of your choice and not too tight, as you'll have to wear it the entire time you're there. Some might be scratchy and bother you while sleeping, while others might have a long string that gets in the way while eating, but don't take it off. If you lose your bracelet, you could pay a fee as high as half the price of the remaining nights of your stay. Security could also stop you if you are coming from the beach back to the hotel property if you don't have your bracelet on. If it deteriorates and you feel it might come off by accident, you may ask the front desk for a replacement. There's no such thing as a free meal. Beware of free perks the hotel offers in exchange for attending a short presentation. This is a strategy to sell timeshares, and the salespeople can be very pushy. These meetings usually take a lot longer than promised, and you can lose a morning of your precious vacation time. Familiarize yourself with the exchange rate. Before you travel, do a quick Google search of the exchange rate between your local currency and the Dominican peso to better understand how much you're paying for goods and services in the DR and avoid getting swindled. A good rule of thumb is that if the price is shown in Dominican pesos, pay in pesos. If it's in US dollars, pay in dollars. Avoid leaving the conversion rate up to the store you're buying at all costs, as they will use one that highly benefits them and hurts you. If a price is in pesos and you pay with dollars, they will use their set exchange rate and give you your change in pesos. For example, let's say you pay for something that costs 100 pesos, which is about $2 with a $20 bill. Today's official exchange rate is around 59 pesos per dollar, but the stores can be 47 pesos per dollar, so your money is automatically worth 20% less. Furthermore, they will give you change in pesos. You'll lose not only 20% of $2, but the whole $20. Foreign currency, usually US dollars and euros, can be exchanged in currency exchanges, local banks, the airport, and your hotel. Each place offers a different rate and is organized from better to worse. Remember that all credit card payments made in the DR will be charged in Dominican pesos, and your bank will determine the exchange rate. This rate is usually higher than if you exchanged your money in the DR, but is inescapable for all credit card payments. Click on this video next, where we give you a complete list of things to pack for your Punta Cana vacation.